Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new around here, subscribe, drop this video a like. Let's have a like target of this video of 500. Let's try and get 500 likes on this video. So you can pause it now, press like, and then enjoy the content ahead of you. And get involved in the interactive episodes. Share your teams on social media. Get involved in the comment section. It goes off like a fan forum every single time. So it's great seeing so many of you comment on our videos, and we're close to 9K. We're close to 9,000 subscribers. So if you are watching us and you're not subscribed, just hit that button, because I'd be over the moon to see us get to 9K and to get to that number before the World Cup. It's been my aim all along to get it to 10K. So we are fast approaching that number now. So if we can get there, absolutely buzzing. So cheers for all the support. Cheers for everybody commenting. I've been really enjoying seeing what everybody's been thinking of Villa at the minute, and just seeing what everybody's feeling, really. So just from me, cheers for supporting the channel while it's been a little bit tough to watch and, everything that's going on. So thank you. But Fulham away, we did our match preview. We had a new host. So hope you enjoyed the new host hosting it. I had a bit of a backseat for that episode. So if you've not watched it, go back and have a look at that. Thoroughly enjoyable. A lot of good points on the episode were made as well. So if you watched till the end, you'd have known that my score prediction was 1-1, but I'm going to change it. I am going to change this, and I've not done this before. I'm going to change it to a win. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but I feel like we're going to win. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you what's done it for me. But I've just got this feeling that we're going to win, and we're going to play decent. And I just think this is the game where this is the game where it's got to come together. We've got to play well. And I just think we're going to harness that first 60 minutes, and this is starting to feel like the Luke of start of the season mode, full of optimism. But a lot of you will be watching it thinking, I can't see it, I don't know where it's going to come from. I feel like it's going to be worse. I know that's what a lot of you are going to be thinking watching this, but I'm not sure where it's come from. But I'm feeling positive, and I feel like we're going to get the win. So that would put us in a decent position going into the game on Sunday. So let's hope what I'm feeling, let's hope what I'm gauging at is going to filter through to the side and get the win. So while you're here, predicted lineup, let's go and head over to utvpodcast.co.uk. Villa fans, if you've not seen it, this is our fantastic website. We've got YSL Weekly, a new article. We got a new writer, Danny Thompson, who's covering the Villa women's side. Social media thoughts, player ratings, fan reports. We've got some fantastic articles. 5 things we learned, fan reports. We got everything coming on this website. So be sure to go and check it out. There's a lot of cool features, a lot of different options through here as well. So it's just all there for you guys to enjoy. So make the most of it, because it's real good content. So let's go then to a lineup selector, and let's have a little look at the lineup that we can go with for the game against Chelsea, the game against Fulham, sorry. Right, here we go. In goal, number 1, Emi Martinez, who would be his own biggest critic for the goal that he conceded. And there's a video floating about on social media of what went on for that free kick. And I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's from a Chelsea fan in the away end. And as that free kick's about to be taken, Thiago Silva is sort of not where the dugout is, but he's inside of like the pitch, but near where the dugout is. And what he does is he signals for two Chelsea players in that wall, what looks like they're in the wall. I can't gauge it from the angle of the video, who come forward about 5 yards. They walk forward 5 yards. Now, they're obviously walking 5 yards and they're obstructing the view of Emi Martinez. And when that ball goes in, it's clean over the Villa wall. It's clean over I don't know where them Chelsea players are. And it goes into the net, wrong foot Emi Martinez. But I was just intrigued to see that when those Chelsea players were moving forward, that no Villa player did anything to stop them players moving forward. No Villa player put their arm up. Martinez wasn't waving to move them out the way. The free kick just went and it went in. So I was just intrigued to see that the Chelsea wall moved forward. Thiago Silva was moving it and we didn't really do anything. So I think Martinez would be really disappointed that he conceded that free kick, to be fair. And he'd be his own biggest critic. And I would say that I think Martinez needs to move the ball a bit quicker when he's got it at times. There's times when Dougie Luiz is like open and he wants the ball and the ball just doesn't go into him. So I'd like to just see the ball go into Luiz a little bit quicker. But, you know, for all of what Martinez does really, really well, that was just a slight error. And so, yeah, move on. Tyrone Mings is going to be starting this game for me. Again, another player who had an error in this game, but I felt like after that error, I don't really feel like he did much wrong. I would say he's had a good season this season as well, so I don't really want any errors to start creeping into our game. What I said to one of the lads at work is that when you get embroiled in a relegation battle, you start to see errors. And we haven't really seen that many this season. So this is a bit of a hindsight thought of what I don't want to see. Don't want to see these errors creeping in because we cannot afford to give opposition sides an advantage in any game. Last season, we saw it. We go 1-0 down in the first 10 minutes so many times. We can't have these things starting to creep into our game. Ezri Konsa had a good game, didn't he, against Chelsea? Didn't really do anything wrong. So I think he keeps his side as well. What I would like to see, some aggression on set pieces from Villa. You know, these are big lads we've got at the back at Villa. And I want to see them starting to get on the end of stuff. I know Conser got on the end of the one at Leeds and missed, but I want to see some aggression on these set pieces. I want to see us really going and really attacking stuff. So that's what I'd like to see as well. Ashley Young is going to be at left back. You know, we know that Luca Dean is going to be towards the end of the month. So you'd think Luca Dean's going to be back sort of maybe the United double header and going into Brighton. You know, I think we've seen a great version of Ashley Young at the minute, and there's no coincidence that the only song that the whole 10 were pretty much singing all game was about Ashley Young. So I think that says a lot about the players that we've currently got on this team at the minute and the way that they're performing. Matty Cash, right back, I think he's building up his fitness, isn't he? He's building up to top form. I'd probably say he's probably playing at about 75% of his ability at the minute of what he can do. I just think he needs to get a little bit more up to speed. And we really need to start seeing a little bit more quality from the crosses and the balls that he's putting into the box as well. Midfield area, I've toyed with this. I've tinkered with it. I've thought about it long and hard. So this is what I am going to go with. You're all going to say I haven't had to thought about it that hard because it's the same as what it always is. But tinker man, right? So Douglas Luiz is going to start. We did in the last episode. We wanted to see a double pivot. We wanted to see more width out wide. We sort of got the width out wide, but we didn't get the double pivot. I don't think that's ever going to happen now. So Douglas Luiz starts for me. Sorry, Douglas Luiz starts for me as a holder. And we're going to see Jacob Ramsey. He's also going to start this game. Where is he? Where is Ramsey? Here we go. There he is. We got Ramsey. Progressive carries. The reason why I said at the start as well is I think we're gonna play well. It feels like Norwich away for me when we had that really good performance and Ramsey was brilliant, wasn't he? When he scored that goal from the halfway line when he dribbled with it. So I've got those vibes. This is the position I've toyed with, and I was going to go with Dendoncker holding, Dougie Luiz in the 8, because he keeps taking McGinn off. But this is a game where we're not going to have to be competitive in midfield. We're going to have to dominate midfield. And I know this is a contradictory point that I'm trying to make because that hasn't really happened so much this season, but I just think this 3 here has got to be the sort of... I just feel like this will be the 3 in this game. This will be the 3 in the game that we go with. And I feel like we're going to go with more width again. So we're going to go with more width. I noticed that the wingers were a little bit narrow against Chelsea. And I kind of would have wished we was a little bit more like this, because having more width like this would have enabled us to sort of get out wide a little bit more to the Chelsea fullbacks. The Chelsea fullbacks all game sort of had this out ball with their system, with the 5, that just enabled that out ball to be so wide. And I just wished we would have stretched the pitch a little bit more and add a little bit more width. So I'm going to go with the same lineup that started against... same lineup started against Chelsea, because it was pace. Pace kills in the Premier League. Pace is massive. Every side has it. And when we're playing our 2-10s, we're playing this, we're playing that, we're playing 2 strikers, we're playing 1 behind the striker, we've got no width. And against Forest and against Leeds, if we had that width driving, right? If you're playing with a low block and you're playing with no pace, you've got nothing that can go around. You can only go through and in front. We need to play with Danny Ings on the shoulder, that's stretching defences, that's on the shoulder, that's running behind. You can play that ball in behind. You've got width out wide. You can go out wide quickly. You can 1v1, beat that defender, get that ball into to Watkins out that's on the opposite side, get it into Danny Ings, get it into a cutback to Ramsey and a McGinn that are going to be sort of busting a gut to get on the edge of the box, right? So I want to see these running. I want to see McGinn with his Scotland form that's going to be on the edge of the box. Yeah, these have got to be supporting, and that is what I want to see. I want to see this as opposed to this offering the width, right? The width has now got to start to come from these 2. And if the width is coming from these 2, so for example, if we are on the counter and it's with Leon Bailey here and he's driving or he's picked up the ball, we then can have a Matty Cash on an overlap. You know, these can then get in the box. And I just think that it just works so much better. But the problem that we've been having is that when Matty Cash has been getting the ball out wide, there's no overlap. There's no overlap because there's no one to overlap the fullback that's going so far forward anyway. So I think it's important that Cash and Young do get forward from time to time. But I think it's now crucial that we start seeing that there is this overlap here. And I just think it just suits Villa more. You know, Villa over the years have played with a 4-3-3 whenever we've been successful. And reverting back to that isn't a bad move from Gerrard, but they've got to be more width out wide here. So that's my team. That's my breakdown. That's what I want to see. And I'm feeling pretty confident, Villa fans. I'm feeling like we can get the win. I think we apply ourselves correctly. I feel like we'll be able to get the win in this game. So Villa fans, share your teams on social media. Let's see them. All you've got to do is tweet this little tweet here, and it'll go onto your Twitter. And yeah, follow us on Twitter as well. I've noticed that a lot of you have started to follow us on Twitter, and we've had a lot of comments saying that you're really enjoying the content as well. So thank you very much for being complimentary. But let's get that 9K. Let's get over the line to 9K and get there before the World Cup starts. So that's our content now done before the game against Fulham on Thursday. We'll be straight back after the game. Soon as it finished, we'll be giving our thoughts on the game as well. And then we'll have 2 days of content building up to Brentford. So it's been a busy week. There's been some content out every single day for you. So we've kept you hopefully entertained. So thanks for watching Up the Villa. And let's get them 3